And we are back here with another production of WLTS TV 21 as the Lacey Lions face off Jackson Liberty boys soccer. And Ellie Reed, what are your expectations for tonight's game?
Well, as we've already started, I can see that Keegan Gonzalez, leading senior for the night, and the rest of the team looks very confident, very comfortable running around out on the field. I think it would be a very, very positive outcome for both sides tonight.
And Ellie, there's 4 seniors tonight. I know Mike Cyphers got suspended with 2 yellow cards in a row. How do you think that will affect the team?
Considering that Mike Cyphers is also the team captain, should probably detriment the team. Not too much, though. I believe that Keegan Gonzalez, holding a center defense position in the back there, should do quite well.
And Lacey well, Ellie, it's one of the first productions under the lights here at Hebrew for this year. As Jackson Liberty.
That's Lacey ball there out on Jackson Liberty. We'll have a throw-in.
Ellie, this is our first production tonight. Me and you. You know, I usually do it with Dan. But he is not here. You're my new partner for all the fans out there.
All right, glad to hear it.
And Ellie.
Noah Hamuda with a very hard shot on goal, all the way out into the left.
The first goal of the night already for the Lacey Lions, already starting off to a hot start in this one. How do you think that will give them momentum, shoot forward in this game?
Considering we're very early on in the game right now, I believe that confidence is definitely through the roof. Lacey knows what they're doing, they know what they want, they already got a goal, and they're hungry for more.
And Lacey is 4-4-3. And Jackson Liberty is coming in as winless tonight. So, in reality, Lacey Lions need to get this win in order to make a playoff push.
Yes, that they do.
And this year alone, Lacey has 116 saves on goalie. That's very impressive. And at least 13 goals. Oh, make it 14 tonight on the season. As Lacey is trying to move into Liberty territory.
Yeah, you have DJ Edinger with a hard pass to the back, and up back again Noah Hamuda.
And Lacey.
That would be offsides there. Noah was just slightly past the defender.
And the Lions tonight have had a sort of a struggling season per se. It's been a interesting pattern of wins and losses. Some of their wins have come in waves, actually. They had a chunk of losses, at least 4 or 5, Ellie, in a good span. And then they got on a little roll, a couple ties, and now they're here at 4-4-3. And how do you think tonight, how do you motivate yourself with having such a tough stance at your position right now?
Well, with Lacey just kind of needing this win in order to push them into the playoffs, they're definitely hungry, plus the momentum of that first goal. They knew what they were doing as soon as the whistle blew. They knew Jackson's record. They knew their record. They had their own expectations coming onto the field tonight.
And Ellie, let me ask you, is soccer your favorite sport?
It's not exactly my favorite sport. It's definitely a fun sport to watch. I do watch it myself.
And Liberty trying to push it down the field right now. Gaining some progress as they have struggled a lot this year with very few goals on the season. And they are going to look for a lot more tonight in order to get this win against Lacey. And Ellie, we could potentially get hit by a ball over here.
Yes, that ball coming out right there off Jackson almost hit us, so it would be Lacey ball coming out right in front of us.
And Ellie, I would say if you got hit by the ball, I would definitely jump in front and save you with all my will.
That is greatly appreciated, Jake.
And right in front of us is number 8, Keegan Gonzalez, who's had a solid season as a senior, and he's really done his part as well all 4 years playing soccer. So he should contribute a big part tonight as well.
Yeah, he's definitely a player to watch out on the field tonight.
And Lacey, as Liberty will take the ball back now, shooting it downfield.
You have freshman goalie Ryan
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, yes.
Yes, and he has played a great part in the season as well, contributing on all those 116 saves. And he will have a bright future as a Lion here on boys soccer.
It's very exciting when a freshman does that well, because then you get to see them grow and continue on in the sport.
Well, interesting enough, when we do football and really any other sport in Lacey, we see a lot of seniors on each team as Lacey looks to push that one back down. And, you know, really on boys soccer, we're seeing at least 4 seniors, and one of them is suspended tonight through yellow cards for the past 2 games. In reality, a big chunk of them there's a couple freshmen, but a good chunk are juniors and sophomores, and you really look for that as a bright spot on your team as you can set the development for years ahead.
It's definitely a good building team. It's definitely easier and much more fun to look for the future when you have a solid line of juniors and seniors.
And Ellie, some of the younger club teams from Lacey are here for their support tonight. We'd like to thank them for coming out as well. And Lacey last week tied against Brick Memorial in a 0-0 stop there. And Jackson Liberty lost 5-1 against Freehold Borough. Tough losses, tough ties. It's we're going to see an interesting way to come over this season for both teams as Ethan Riley trying to charge downfield, and Dominic Iorio on defense there.
Maybe a head ball out on George Kyle. Jackson Liberty passing to the back. Now up the middle.
Through the legs there of Liberty, as they couldn't get a hand on the ball there. And Lacey will look to get it out of their side of the field.
You know, Dominic Iorio came in very strong there, straight out of the right side, directly into the middle. Hard kick, hard blast.
And Ellie, let me ask you a question.
Yes, Jake.
If you were a girl playing soccer, or any person playing soccer, how would your head feel right now?
Right now, based on the amount of head balls that we've seen here tonight early
That's
on
what
in
I
the
was
game,
going for, Ellie.
my head would probably be throbbing.
As Liberty looking for their first goal of the night, trying to drive it down into Lions territory.
You know, as you know, this Liberty's definitely a passing team. You try and get a lot of short, quick passes out there, but
really distributing it to everyone on the team.
Yeah, but our players like Dominic Iorio, Cody Besser, and Tosh Mrazek try to break up those passes.
Playing some solid defense tonight right now.
Speaking of Cody Besser, he just intercepted another pass.
And Liberty trying to get themselves in a better position here for a score as Dominic Iorio on defense there, and Ethan Riley will pass it back over. Back to Iorio. Over to Gonzalez. As Gonzalez passed it over. Trying to tread back in that Liberty territory once more.
Lacey did make a smart play there, trying to switch the field, give himself more space, more opportunity, a lot more time to think.
And Liberty kind of had a chance there, but they got singled out, and Dominic Iorio played solid defense there as Gonzalez has the ball now. We'll pass it back over to Iorio. And over to Riley. And fighting for the ball as Liberty will kick it back into Lions territory, and Gonzalez will kick it over to Fitzgerald.
It's a nice easy pass back to the goalie. Once again, allows them to gain more time to think, set up, overall read the field.
Really, like, a very different sport than a lot we cover. You have to be very well conditioned. I know I would never be able to play this sport because there's nonstop. You got to run back and forth on the field. You got to play widespread, pass to everyone, really keep everyone in the game as well. And Ellie, I probably would have been gassed by now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of running. Right in front of us, I just noticed Dominic Ario sprinting up and back down the field. It's actually quite fast. I wouldn't really expect that.
Yeah, Ellie, I wouldn't make it. I'd just drop. You know, just for all the fans listening, I would not make it. And just a lot of running. We need to be more well conditioned as Lacey will look to get in.
And there's a shot on goal.
And
right
missed
off the
there.
top post.
As the Lions trying to get another score. And they're trying to key in on here. As Liberty will regain the ball back. And Liberty's got to get it out of their own territory now. Fighting. You don't want the Lions to get another score. It'd be tough enough already with one score ahead. If they get away with this and potentially score a couple more, the Lions could have a big lead, and that would not be good for Liberty. As Fitzgerald will boot that one away. And a trip up there. And Ellie, have you ever played soccer before?
Yes, actually in the 3rd grade.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep, I've never played. That's exactly why I told you I would get gassed on the field. As Liberty slide kick.
That's a clean slide by Cody Besser.
Wow, that was fresh. That was nice, right, Ellie? I wish I could do that, but I can't.
I would just fall, break myself.
Yep. And the Lions too far there, and Riley will try and recover.
Once again, quick moves by Riley and George Kyle Hernandez in the field.
Hernandez, Iorio, Riley, Gonzalez, all playing a big part tonight on this Lions team.
Bet they are, along with Noah Muda, Tosh Mrazek, and Brian Cardoso.
And a big crowd tonight as we have a lot of support for both sides of the teams. That's always good to have. And Ellie, it's a beautiful night tonight.
It is. Actually, it's quite hot out. Lots of sticky humidity.
All right, we don't want to hear the complaining, Ellie, as the Lions will try and get another score here.
It's a goalie side kick for Jackson Liberty as the Lions set up in the midfield.
Batista will kick that one away.
Another head ball
And
by both teams, it seems.
out of bounds there. As Liberty will throw it back in, and the Lions trying to regain control of the ball. And jumping up and just missing out on that one as Iorio will be on defense. Besser coming in to help.
Along with Bennick.
And Liberty pushing it down into Lions territory. As Lions will boot this one away.
Yep, nice strong kick by DJ Edinger. Straight into Jackson Liberty, unfortunately.
And Liberty. Shifty moves there.
It's a strong fight for the ball by Kian Gonzalez.
And the Lions pushing it back downfield.
Another throw in for Lacey. Going to be taken again by Bennick.
And Gonzalez has it now. And the Lions coming close there. Trying to make a shoot on the goal. And Batista will get that one, and he will throw that one away.
You know, leading up to that shot, King Gonzalez actually made quite a smart move by dribbling up out into the middle, gave himself some time, set up. It's a strong head ball off that kick by Noah Hamuda. However, it did tip off the goalie. And then we did see Brian Cardoso run after the ball quite fast, actually, which leads back into your fast stamina and conditioning for the Lacey soccer players.
Like I said, I cannot do that, Ellie. So Hernandez has the ball and tripped up there.
It's very skilled moves by George Kyle Hernandez. And as he gets up, he actually, good sportsmanship, high fives the player for Jackson Liberty who tripped him. It's always nice to see when both teams get along.
Exactly, Ellie. That's exactly what you want in a game, any game. You know, we always see that with Lacey players and Lacey crowd, always coming out, showing good sportsmanship and supporting well for your team. As Gonzalez and Batista for Liberty will get that one. And low kick there, Ellie.
Dangerously low for Jackson, actually.
As Riley shoots it away out of bounds. And it looks like he kind of just lost his footing there, Ellie.
Yeah, it looked like he tipped off his back foot when he really just wanted a nice, strong, hard kick. But at the same time, Jackson Liberty did apply nice pressure.
Yeah, and in soccer, and especially in hockey too, you gotta learn. And in hockey, you gotta learn how to skate, and it's about footwork. And in soccer, it's the same thing. You gotta be stable on your feet. You gotta be able to have accurate shots on goal, and a lot of footwork also comes into, you know, playing the sport as well. As Gonzalez headbutts that one away.
Yeah, as.
And Ellie, are you okay?
I did just lose my train of thought right there, Jake.
I saw that. That is okay. If anyone is watching tonight, it's Ellie Reed's first broadcast. I'm sure they're all clapping right now and applauding. And Liberty will get the goal there. The first goal of the night for Jackson Liberty, as it will become a 1-1 game, Ellie. And how does that change the dynamics of the game now?
I'm sure Lacey, you know, still confident, still blew themselves up there because there is a lot of time left in the first half. We do, however, regain possession of the ball after that goal. I'm sure Noah Hamuda, straight up front with the ball there, is going to know what to do with it. He's going to give his players some more morale. Seems pretty spirited on the field.
Definitely a momentum booster for Liberty, as now it's a 1-1 game, and being able to stay close against the Lions is good for them. You always want a tight, contested matchup.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of high energy now coming from Jackson.
Yeah, it's a good confidence booster as they get their first goal of the night.
Yeah, Carson Howard with the ball now, actually. He's very tall.
He's a very tall freshman.
Yep. Yeah, again, relating back to freshmen, that goal on Ryan Fitzgerald, that was just an incredible shot. He did everything in his power to save that. It was just
right
out
to
of
the
his
corner.
control. Yep. Perfect upper 90.
And Riley trying to make moves there.
Definitely exemplifying some of that footwork.
And he's going to toss it back in. And
Noah Hamuda up the side.
just missed out there as Batista will make the save.
Batista seems to be slowly getting up, slowly walking to the ball. He did collide with, it looks like, Cody Pettit, as Noah was trying to make that cross. Seems to be struggling as he sets up for that goal kick.
And getting ready to boot this one. Low line drive, no height on that one. Ellie, what was the strategy on that one?
I think he was just trying to give himself a little bit of a break, especially after it seemed like a big headbutt, big collision.
Now, lots of the times we've seen so far tonight, we've seen a couple low line drives in a row from Batista Fitzgerald's definitely booted them higher, getting some hang time in the air. What is the better strategy? Because I've seen multiple times tonight it get headbutted back into the other team's territory. Ellie, what do you think the better strategy would be for our fans at home listening
My personal opinion, the better strategy is to have the high ball and then settle it on the ground. Headbutts, head balls, all very good strategies, especially when you have the tall players like Cody Besser and Carson Howard in the back.
And Batista ran all the way out of the goal for that one and kicked it right out of bounds as he hustled all the way down the sideline as Liberty's defense kind of broke up there and the Lions almost fed into Liberty territory.
That's going to be Lions ball again as DJ Edinger kind of tips it off that Jackson Liberty player right there. Speaking of DJ Edinger, back up again with the ball.
You know, Ellie, looking at Ryan Fitzgerald, he looks kind of lonely over there.
That he does.
He's waiting for his turn. A lot of action over in the Liberty territory.
A nice corner kick. Headbutt by Cody Besser.
Tight contested over there in the goal.
And again, another collision. Another collision with Batista. And this time it was Carson Howard. Now, he's a much bigger kid. This seems like it'd be pretty injuring.
And Batista. Solid boot there. Over and across the middle of the field. And down into Lions. And another boot there. Just missed out, and Liberty trying to get the angle on it and couldn't. And the Lions missed out. Close headbutt there, and Liberty just missed on the angle for the score.
You know, you could see as the headbutt was missed, the rest of the team was a little shocked that he missed that headbutt. However, they did pull themselves together. They rallied after the ball. They were ready. They were ready.
And the Lions back and forth here in this one, 1-1 game as the Lacey Lions face off against the Jackson Liberty.
Noah moving with the ball, another hard shot.
And just missed out there. And the Lions coming with another close score there as they couldn't capitalize on that one. Still a close 1-1 game here. And I believe the Jackson Liberty is also the Lions, if not mistaken.
Oh, I believe they are as well, actually.
And Ellie, the lights are getting brighter, and I'm getting blinder.
Yep. You know, that's probably another factor for when the goalie kicks the ball high up in the sky like that. They have to make sure their players can actually see it.
Well, I believe, back when playing football, and you're in the sunlight during those afternoon games, it was definitely harder to see the ball because the sun definitely did block you out. Now with these night games, it becomes a little easier with the lights, as they're not directly in your face. But if you are getting a ball from the corner and you're staring right at that light, Ellie, you're absolutely right. It's very hard to see the ball if you're staring right into that light, Ellie.
Yep.
Makes it difficult on the players, and sometimes that can have a change in the game. I've seen it so many times in football, whether a drop pass as Batista will boot that one down over the Lions territory, and Besser trying to get the ball back. And I've seen that multiple times, and really one play like that can absolutely change the game. As Liberty pushing it down, headbutting it back over, and Fitzgerald's got it now.
Yeah, Fitzgerald definitely took control of that. He knew exactly what he was doing. As soon as that ball hit off of Jackson Liberty's head for the second time in a row, he popped right out. He knew what he wanted. He went after that ball.
And number 3, Tosh Mrazek, playing some good defense down in the Lions goal line over there as Liberty came close once more. Both teams playing some solid defense so far. Only a 1-1 goal game so far, but I've seen some different things from both defenses, and it's been pretty solid so far, Ellie.
Yeah.
pass it over to Iorio. And back over, and Liberty's got it now. To Iorio. Mrazek trying to get in there.
No, you definitely have to be strong to play soccer. There's a lot of boxing out, especially when the ball is coming up from the air. Then you gotta bend your knees, push the other player out of your way, so to speak.
And Sereno, number 4 for Liberty, gets that one out of bounds there. As Iorio will pass it back in. And Kimura on defense here for Liberty.
No, it
Trying
looks
to regain
like
control.
Lacey's trying to switch the field. Successfully done over by Bennick down at the other corner.
And the Lions. And Besser with the headbutt there. Really threw his whole body into that one.
That he did.
And we're getting later into the night here in this one, as it's still a 1-to-1 goal game.
You know, as I look around, I actually see some Lacey soccer alumni. Dominic Polino and Dale Kadelic just kind of pulled up onto the field over here.
And that's always good. You always have some of your former players coming out to support.
Especially in night games like these, it's very high energy, very exciting.
And Liberty shoots one at the goal there, as Fitzgerald will save that one.
It's a nice, easy save.
And the Lions playing tight contested defense there. And a very back and forth game in this one.
Yep, Fitzgerald got that quickly out of the goal box there. They kind of tried to get Jackson Liberty off its momentum.
And fighting for the ball down in Liberty territory. And luckily, they don't need me on the field, which is always a good thing, because I would not do the job.
No, I think I'd be able to keep up with most of the running, honestly. I just don't know about actually having the ball.
And Batista booting that one over the middle, and Besser hitting it back and forth headbutts there.
You know, you see Cody Besser running around on the field actually trying to fix his headband while he has the ball.
Well, that's always interesting to see, Ellie.
It's good that he can multitask.
And booting it back.
Brian Cardoso cutting that pass right
And a
off.
shot! Missed out there for the Lions, as they've taken another shot on goal tonight.
You know, it's always hard with shots like that when they go just wide, because you're really trying not to get an offsides call. You really can't have someone down on post there. It's just a matter of precision.
Really, Ellie, if he would have got that possibly a little higher, and he had the angle for it.
Yeah, it's just definitely one of the hardest things to do, trying to get that perfect touch off your foot, that perfect angle, and moving your hips just the right way.
It's a very tough sport to play, as you got to be footwork accurate on that one. And Kimura will pass it back over.
You know, now we see Jackson Liberty trying to switch fields over here. No, Muda cuts off the pass.
And speeding down the sideline. The Lions trying to get another score. Here's Besser. And Jackson Liberty and the Lacey Lions is always one of the key rival games in the division, as they always look to beat each other. And another boot by Batista. Headbutted right off of one of the players by Liberty.
Brian Cardoso definitely putting a lot of successful pressure on Jackson Liberty up in their end.
And Gonzalez tripped up there, but playing good defense as Mrazek tried to get that one as well, and Hernandez and Besser in there too.
You know, Besser with another slide. Those actually have come in quite handy this evening.
And over to Iorio. Stop there. Iorio trying to get the ball back. And over to Mrazek as Mrazek gives it to Hernandez. Hernandez boots it away as it was getting dangerous in Lions territory as Liberty pushed it down the field there. But another solid play of defense by Lacey. And Liberty will throw that one back in. And I believe that is Kimura. And the Lions. Liberty coming in close now. Just couldn't get the angle there, but trying to get the ball, regain it. And the Lions will throw it back in.
You know, Tosh Mrazek did a very nice job keeping the momentum going in that game. He got the ball real quick off the sideline, threw it straight in, right up to Brian Cardoso, and now Jackson has it back in their own end. It just works out.
Liberty had a shot there, just couldn't get the angle and couldn't regain the ball as it went out of bounds. And Mrazek, as you said, threw that one back in. And
you see DJ Edinger taking a lot of time in the back center right there, just trying to see the field, trying to make the best play he possibly can. Sometimes you just have to send a little quicker.
And Edinger with the shove there, Ellie.
It's hard, you know, when you go full speed like that, 100% of the time, it's just...
And Mrazek trying to save that one. And Hernandez has it now.
You know, sometimes you see players like Mrazek and Hernandez, they just kind of play together, like sometimes it just seems like one mind.
It's a good duo over there as Mrazek couldn't keep control of that one, and that one will go out of bounds.
Definitely a throw-in for Lacey. You could see Jackson, they're really kind of pushing, shoving a little bit up against Tosh Mrazek there.
And
Ooh,
a shot on goal.
goal.
And a miss there, Ellie, as Lacey has been taking multiple shots tonight on goal, coming very close on all, as they've only made one goal tonight. If you're just tuning in, it's a Lacey Lions versus Jackson Liberty matchup, still 1-1, as the Lions are marching down into Liberty territory. And Batista has the ball now and will boot it back over the middle of the field. And back and forth it goes, Ellie. It's like one of those clicking talks that just swings back and forth.
You know, in my head, I was kind of thinking tennis.
Tennis?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good analogy. Not bad. Not bad, Ellie Reen. And Batista getting ready to boot this one. High and far kick there. Liberty will gain control. And Liberty
Offsides there.
as Liberty wasn't able to get the shot there, as you said, offsides.
Yeah, you had Liberty's Keely Kimura in the center there, just barely past the Lacey defenders.
And that's unfortunate too, because it's been hard for them tonight to get into Lions territory and coming so close there as well. As Liberty trying to get the angle and taking a shot. And Liberty will have a 2-1 lead in this one, Ellie. And Fitzgerald looked like he went to go get the angle there and missed out.
It seemed like he had it. He had it in the air, just kind of bounced off the tip of his fingers, maybe slipped through with the ball being slightly wet, lots of humidity. It actually bounced off the top bar back down onto the line. It kind of looked like Lacey didn't really know if that was the goal right there or not, and Jackson just sent it in right after that.
It's just a walk-in score, Ellie.
It was just
a little confusion back there on Fitzgerald's part, and Liberty basically walked that one in for a score. As now it's a 2-1 lead for Liberty, and the Lions are trailing in this one. As Gonzalez.
You know, the key at this point is just to keep the spirit, keep the morale up, lots of momentum going, because Lacey has definitely had more shots on goal in total.
And Lacey looks like they're going to try and pick up momentum here as they are moving fast down to Liberty territories. Iorio's got the ball, passing it back over in the middle of the field. And the Lions looking like they have some fiery passion now, trying to get another score, trying to make this one a tie 2-2 matchup. Spesser's fighting for the ball down in Liberty territory and out of bounds.
You know, it's Lacey ball again, right off Jackson Liberty. Besser kind of kicked it straight into them, trying to bounce it off. Definitely strategic planning right there.
And now a tough game for the Lions as they trail in this one, needing a score to tie this one up. And playoff implications do come into my mind in this one as they need to get the win here. Really, most of the games they have here on out are must-wins in order for them to clinch.
Yeah, you know, Lacey did get off to quite a rocky start.
You know, as I said earlier in the broadcast, a bracket of losses, chunks of losses, and here and there wins have done it for Lacey, and this is why they sit at a 4-4-3 record. But the ties do help as well. You know, those are neutral, but you always want wins as a team, and in order for them to get this, you know, light clinch here, it's a must-win, and being down in this one is crucial.
You know, you always got to keep in mind that Jackson Liberty's only up by 1, and Lacey, you know, lots of time left in the half.
And you're right, Ellie. They've had a lot of shots on goal, I should say, and a lot of attempts. As Gonzalez will boot that one off his head. And
no move applying pressure on the goalie.
Liberty trying to keep that one in, and they do. And Mrazek playing tough defense there as Jaden Guanvive had the ball there, number 11 for Liberty.
You know, something else you got to keep in mind for Lacey, they're missing their team captain, Mike Cyphers, which you mentioned earlier in the broadcast. But
that's always tough as well, losing that key leadership role on the team. I've seen it happen multiple times in the past, whether it's professional, collegiate, LA, or high school ball. Any sport you're playing, I've seen it happen a lot. When you lose your leader, it's tough. And, you know, it's always next man up mentality. And for this team, I've seen the morale tonight, and they definitely have kept it together as a whole. And played a good game so far in this one.
You know, you see a lot of the players switch around, move around. Like when the game first started, our top senior watch right now, King Gonzalez, he was in the back. Now he's playing up, it looks like center mid right now.
He is. He's my key player to watch tonight. As he, a senior, King Gonzalez, very important part to this Lacey Lions team, as he brings a key leadership role as well, and a lot of experience as he's been playing soccer for years and years and years. I've known him for a while, and I know he's played on club teams along with high school ball too. So it's a lot of experience there. Most of them have played obviously on club ball, but he's a senior this year, bringing that leadership and you know, trying to get the win tonight.
Jackson Liberty keeping it in bounds, sending it across the field.
Liberty passing it back and forth here, trying to make something happen. Trying to get the angle here, Ellie. You know, be good for them to get another shot on goal, see if they can potentially get up another score here, make it a 3-1 game, as the Lions will look to stop that. And back and forth right now. Liberty just trying to make something happen out of nothing here, and Lions will regain. As Mrazek tripped up there.
It's clear there was some tripping, some shoving. Not exactly sure it was all intentional.
And Mrazek
Definitely Lacey ball as DJ
Edinger.
Edinger sends it back in.
And we're getting an up-close VIP shot here, Ellie. As Edinger boots that one, and I believe that was a lefty kick, Ellie.
Yeah, you know,
Very
depending
impressive.
on where you want the ball to go, you gotta use both feet.
Very impressive, as I can only kick with one foot.
I can't kick with either, so
Oh,
you're a step ahead of me.
Ellie. Don't tell our fans that. And Edinger trying to pass the ball there, but intercepted by Liberty, and Liberty down in the Lions territory once more, being pushed away, and the ball will roll out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, DJ did the smart thing. Clean slide, just kind of tipping it out of bounds, making them lose their momentum, giving Lacey time to set back up in their own end.
And Iorio, along with Mrazek back there, as we talked about before, always seem like they're playing near each other. And Besser with that one, and Batista boots it up in the air, and Gonzalez is over there. And Mrazek in the area, as Iorio's got it now. We'll give it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez charging into Liberty territory, being tripped up a little bit there. And Liberty has it now. Hernandez coming in. Hernandez got it now, passes over back to Iorio. Iorio will boot it, and too high for Mrazek. As
You know, you
Liberty
see
will have it now.
Jackson
Bonviv.
Liberty, they just kind of did this little thing there with his hand. It kind of made it seem like he was trying to say, all right, guys, time to set up. Lower the momentum a little bit. Calm down, cool down, we have time.
And Kwame will throw that one back in. Hernandez.
You know, that's the end of the half. You have Jackson up by 1. Score right now is Lacey 1, Jackson 2.
Yeah, Ellie, it's been a tight contested matchup so far. Both teams playing some solid defense. We saw really a solid defense from Liberty, as many shots being taken, multiple shots taken on goal. And unfortunately, Lacey unable to capitalize on those scores, but we saw a really tricky goal for number 2 there for Liberty, able to get that one, basically a walk-in, as Fitzgerald had a little confusion there, and now they're up 2-1. And Lacey Lions and Jackson Liberty will take this one at half, and we'll be back here with WLTS TV 21. And we are back here with WLTS TV 21 as the Lacey Lions face off the Jackson Liberty, as it's a 2-1 game here, Ellie, in Hebrew Park on this glorious night, as Liberty has the lead. And we saw some interesting things in the first half. You know, saw some great defense by both teams, and an interesting goal as Liberty bounced it off the crossbar, or really the bars of the goal, and really walked in for a score. Ellie, give me a recap of the first half. What did you think?
In the first half, the ball was definitely in the air quite a lot. We see a lot of head balls, a lot of high goal kicks, just lots of ball being in the air. You know, it kind of hurt the Lacey team, in my opinion. I think if they just said a little bit more, they definitely gave themselves time to think. But I just think they would have had that extra couple seconds to set up. They're definitely playing hard, definitely playing well. Great momentum. Actually, great sportsmanship by both teams, as we see. There's not a lot of, there's definitely no dirty looks, definitely no foul language.
And Lacey trying to regain control of that one. And taking shots on goal is Liberty. I lied.
No, actually, Jake, you know, when halftime happens, we switch sides, so
I
that's
was
actually
kidding,
Lacey.
Ellie. I was
taking,
looking at the audio board, and I just got confused. I apologize, Ellie.
Happens to the best of us, Jake.
Gosh,
Sorry.
can you believe this? She's yelling at me already. It's just I got so used to the same side, Ellie. I apologize. I should have got used to it. It's all my fault. I'm sorry, Ellie.
It's all right, Jake. I guess you can be forgiven.
Can't believe you're yelling at me on air. And it will be booted away there by Batista. And the Lions tracking this one back into Liberty territory.
You know, Lacey once again exemplifying that footwork.
Yeah, Ellie. You got to have good footwork in this one. As Matt Mrazek will get this one.
It's a nice clean pass from DJ to Mrazek.
Liberty trying to regain control.
Bannock breaking that one up.
And tripped up there. As Hernandez and Mrazek were both in the area for that one.
I think Hernandez knew he was partially at fault there. As you can see, he kind of threw his hands up as if to be saying I'm sorry or help.
And Batista will let that one fly. Hernandez on the headbutt there as Besser. And all the Lions corral. And Liberty trying to push this one out of their own territory now. As fighting for the ball in the corner of the field, the Lions. Tough matchup with the feet, Ellie. It's all about that footwork matchup.
Yep, it seems that Lacey's won the ball, though, as it was their ball to throw back in. Once again, Lacey ball. This time passing it back instead of towards the goal.
And booted towards the goal, kicked away there by Liberty. And coming in hot there. And booted away once more. As Garrett Sayer came in flying for the ball there. And that one will just get booted away. As Liberty look to gain some ground here.
And you know, as it heads back towards the Lacey side, you can see that we actually had a goalie change. Anthony Leporino back in as goalie. You know, he just got off a ankle injury. He was out for a couple weeks there.
And Fitzgerald replaced by Leporino. So very interesting there, as 2 goals were scored on the first half. And a change there.
You know, we just saw a nice hard shot by GK Hernandez, George Kyle, number 4. You can see he's kind of limping a little bit. Shot was definitely hard. Seems to be holding the back of his leg. Maybe pulled something.
And that's never good, as health concerns always rise. And Mrazek boots that one with his head. And Leporino will roll that one over.
It's a very interesting choice to roll it across the goal there, but you know, and it just seemed to catch everyone off guard.
Yeah, definitely tripped up the defense there. As Mamuda's got it now. Headbutted back by Liberty. Coming in hot is Gonzalez.
Now it looks like Iorio doing the same thing Gonzalez just attempted to do.
And Besser in the area. Nothing there. As that ball will roll out of bounds. And Ellie, we'd like to thank the rec department tonight as well, setting up the lights, you know, turn them on for us, giving us a nice spot to go. Always nice to us, and always so helpful is our local recreation department. So thank you to them.
Yeah, they actually granted us 2 night games this year. The second one is rumored to be October 29th.
Rumored, I like that word, Ellie.
Yes, nothing is definite. It's definitely happening. Just don't know when.
little stoppage here, Ellie. And the ball will be booted back in. Close into the net.
Noah Muda coming in very hot for the ball, definitely trying to keep it in bounds.
Looks like the Lions are going to make a substitution here. Ellie Reed's going to come into the game. Oh, Ellie, thought you were going in. As Batista kicks this one away.
No, actually, I forgot my cleats tonight.
Oh, you forgot your cleats? My bad, my bad.
Did.
Everyone's a little disappointed that you're not in the game right now, but that's okay.
You know, you see the Lions, Lacey Lions, that is, playing very aggressive defense as DJ Edinger comes up quite a lot, actually. And Anthony Leporino, for the short time he's been in, he did pop out a goal. He did tackle that ball there.
Why the change at goal, Ellie? So, you know, in the second half, is it because they've had 2 goals? Why the change now?
You know, I think the score is definitely a factor, but so is Anthony Leporino's health. As I said, that he's been out for quite a bit. He wasn't sure if he was really going to start playing as much as he used to.
And Mrazek trying to shoot one in there, and Batista will regain that one, and he will kick this one away.
You know, circling back to the goalies, it's sometimes just a matter of size. Anthony Leporino.
Great height there. Good kick. And Liberty passing it back and forth. Besser trying to come in from the back. And Muda's got it now. Trying to kick that one over the Besser. Couldn't get it. And the Lions trying to get the angle. Couldn't get it there.
Nice pass back. Time to set up.
Yeah, great control passing tonight for both sides of the ball. As Batista will grab that one. Only 1 shot so far on the goal.
You know, I'm expecting a lot more. I know it's second half, and I know things have sort
High
of died down. But
short kick there, Ellie.
Yep, definitely just an up and down ball.
And the Lions have, you know, made a lot of attempts on goal tonight, and haven't really been able to capitalize. What's the issue for the Lions tonight?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. It just seems to be a matter of precision with some of them. Sometimes it's just the right touch on the ball, or sometimes slowing it down, giving yourself enough time to actually set up and take that kick. At the same time, just making sure that it's timing.
And Besser's got it now. Besser trying to get the angle. Giving it over to Mrazek.
And Mrazek doing a nice job watching that offsides call.
Beckett kicks it away. And if it was me, Ellie, if it was the deciding factor for me, it would be a 1-1 game, as Liberty got that lucky shot there towards the end of the first half. And if that didn't happen, we'd be 1-1. But unfortunately, we've had a goalie change so far, and it's 2-1 in the second half. And Lacey's trying to get another score to tie this one up.
It's definitely still high energy leading into the second half.
And the Lions trying to get it off the corner.
As the ref actually gets hit in the back of the head right there.
That is tough to see, Ellie.
It's definitely tough.
Now you see what I'm talking about with, is your head okay?
It's the question of the night.
Yeah, is that worse than football? I mean, you get hit. I mean, well, you do have a helmet, but you're running full force at another kid. So, but you are just hitting with your, yeah, you know, Ellie, that's a good question. Someone should do a study on that. I should look it up. I'm going to look it up when I go home.
Let us know the results.
And back and forth here in the middle of the field.
You see lots of jumping, lots of kicking, just trying to keep the ball up in the air, keep the momentum going. I feel like both teams feel as if when the ball is in the air, the momentum's higher.
And slow to get up there. Liberty helped up by.
It looks like George Kyle Hernandez. He definitely has the most, or the best sportsmanship, I could say. He's helped every player up so far. He's given out a lot of high fives, even though he's been pushed down on the ground quite a few times himself. It's just, it's high-spirited.
That's always good to have, of course, especially because we have this young club team here tonight for Lacey Township, and they're, you know, watching tonight as they're going to be the next generation of Lions coming up. And, you know, Lacey the Lacey Lions currently playing now, setting a good example as role models for the next generation of future Lions.
Yeah, future Lions, definitely important. They're watching what could potentially be their role models out on the field right now, and I just think it's great that everyone's kind of taking that into account and no one's playing too dirty or too aggressive.
As Liberty gets that one away, trying to keep it out of their territory, trying to keep this lead of 2-1. If you're just joining us now, Lacey Lions versus Jackson Liberty, 2-1 in the second half, as the Lions will try and regain the lead or tie it up at least with a 2-2 game, and Liberty looks like they're trying to run this one, run the table here and run this one away. And a must win.
Speaking of Liberty, got a couple of nice back passes there. Seemed to be a little fake out. Big hit on the ball as Cody Besser tries to jump up and intercept, but never truly came.
And an important game for the Lions, Ellie, as I mentioned before earlier in the broadcast. Playoff implications always come into a factor this late in the season, especially when they are 4-4-3. You know, you want to get this win. You want to be able to clinch a playoff spot. I know they do. You have your playoff tournaments and state sectionals. You want to be able to give yourself a fighting chance here tonight, and it would be very important for them to get the goal here, as trying to get in good position and tripped up around the goal line. Slow to get up down there in Liberty territory, and another player down.
There seems to be a little bit more,
a lot more
vocal
aggression.
action. Yep.
I was just about to mention that, Ellie. A lot of yelling and screaming now as this game's getting heated.
Yeah, sometimes when it's a tight game like this.
Frustration, Ellie.
It's a tight game like this. Players are falling left and right. It's kind of hard not to get a little frustrated.
Especially when you are the team that is down. And it's always frustrating to be down in a game, especially when your players are getting tripped up like that for both sides.
We see again.
Whipped out by Leporino.
It's just what I was going to say, Jake. We see again as Lacey's Anthony Leporino. Nice hard throws.
Mrazek. Good footwork there, getting it back over to Beckett, and regaining control and not letting it go to bounds and giving it back to Liberty. Great job by Tosh Mrazek there, number 3 for the Lions.
I know we've mentioned Kean Gonzalez quite a few times, but and as you just look, as he had that ball right at his feet, he had a couple of perfect touches, gave himself time to back up, do it again, look around the field, nice aggression, nice momentum, just all around. He looks like a well-rounded player out on the field tonight in his position. And of course, senior year, you always want to play to win and play out your senior year the best you can, as he's been playing soccer, as I mentioned earlier, for many years. And it's always important in your senior season as you walk off this field as a Lion. And every game is important from here on out, or the season per se. And Gonzalez got it now. Passes it over. And Liberty's got it. Over the middle field, and Lions will regain control. Yeah, DJ Edinger, a little high kick right there. Kind of seems to be a foul being played out. Foot maybe went a little too high into the Jackson Liberty player.
And Liberty will try and give it a kick away here. And a solid kick there. Trying to get it back into the goal. Booted it up in the air.
We see there a lot of blockage by both teams, actually. Sometimes Lacey's got to spread out a little bit more, especially when big kicks like that are trying to be pushed out towards the Jackson Liberty end.
Important there. Close one there, as you're right. Great defense by Lacey. And Leporino will boot that one over as Hernandez kicks it over, or butts it over to Mrazek. Mrazek gives it back over to Hernandez. And the Lions are just trying to get a goal now as it will hang back in the balance in the air. Pass back in here for the Lions.
It's a very quick throw in, not a lot of time to set up, which isn't always a bad thing.
And
seems like tensions are building as Kian Gonzalez brings the ball up the field there, going through multiple players, getting tripped up himself actually.
Liberty tripped up there. Hernandez and Mrazek. Beckick's got it now. Kicking it across the field. Liberty's got it. Coming in hot for the defense. And slow to get up over here is one of the Lions players. Looks like Hernandez, Ellie.
Yeah, you see as he pulls down his sock, he has something taped up there.
Potentially be his ankle. You know, a little calf injury there. He'll jog off to the field gingerly, and we hope he's okay. But it's always good to see a player jog off the field under his own power.
Yep, he was smart enough to stay down, smart enough to take himself out and not intentionally harm himself any further as the game goes on.
And that could be a big blow there for Lacey, as Hernandez has played a big part in tonight's game. In there on every action, Ellie?
Yeah, he's definitely been one of Lacey's top hustlers here tonight, up and down the field many times. Definitely sees the field aggressive in the best way.
And the Lions trying to get it back in Liberty territory. Always off the, seemed like tonight, mainly they've been on that right corner, trying to get an angle there, trying to get a shot on goal. As Lacey's crowd is excited here now, Ellie.
Yeah, you know, we see lots of momentum as the ref talks to a lot of the Jackson Liberty players. There seems to be some arguing going on by Jackson Liberty. I'm expecting a card to come out of this, Jake. What are you thinking?
Ellie, it would be really important. Yeah, a card could come out. We'll see what they say here. But if Lacey gets in good position.
Yeah, it's just never really great when a player or another team or anyone really argues with the ref. It doesn't ever really seem to end well.
Yeah, there was a lot of commotion and over in that corner of the field as the refs will try and figure this one out. And Ellie, as we look to our left onto the second field of Hebrew, there's another game going on.
Yeah, but right now it looks like Nahmuda's about to take a very important shot.
And this will be crucial for the Lions as they are down by 1 goal and need to get this one here. And setting up now. And Lacey will get the tie here, 2-2 on the goal. And now Lacey has tied it up. Ellie.
Yeah, you know, that was a really nice shot. Straight line drive, straight back into the bottom corner. A lot of times it's really hard for the goalie to get to a bottom corner, especially down on those penalty shots right there, because those kind of shots, they're really just guesses for the goalie.
Perfect kick there, and high in energy from the crowd, and everyone is excited on that one as now it's tied 2-2, and excitement and momentum building for the Lions. Now, one team needs to pull away here.
Yeah, you know, you see freshmen coming up onto the field. You have freshman Chad Moore, number 21, and Matteo Musmani, looks like number 15 or 16 back there. They're both very excited. They just got in the game. As Lacey scored, there's really never a better time. Momentum's higher. Everyone's hungry. It's great.
And Liberty fighting for the ball. Great defense there for the Lions. Trying to push it out of their territory. And more excitement from the Lions crowd. And of course the team, as the Lions will push this one back and out of bounds there, Ellie. as we are deep into the night here on this one, now tied 2-2.
It's definitely an exciting game. You always love to see an exciting game, especially home, especially at night. Huge crowd. See Lacey try and switch the field a lot. It's always good thinking type strategies.
And Lacey boots it over. Too high there, Allie.
He's looking pretty hungry for his hat trick here tonight. He's got two in the back of the net. Looked like he was looking for his third one, as it just goes just barely over the top bar, crossbar.
Batista with the kick there. And Liberty. Slide kick there. Back and forth as Lacey's got it now. Nifty moves.
Got freshman Chad Moore with trying to cross it back over.
Moore
Ooh, again.
coming in close as Lacey tried to get another shot on goal. Couldn't capitalize there, but bringing the heat was Lacey.
You know, it looks like we're gaining back George Kyle Hernandez as Mateo Mushmani jogs off the field. You know, he did have a nice slide that led to that little break right there in the play that King Gonzalez and Chad Moore capitalized on, or attempted to.
That's always good to see Hernandez come back onto the field. Means he's coming back on healthy, minor injury, and he's ready to get back in this one as a important key to the Lions, as they will look for a third goal, as Batista will boot this one high and far. And Liberty trying to regain the lead here. And Lacey going down to the ground there.
You know, you see lots of aggressive play by
already coming
George
back in the
Kyle.
game. Hernandez, Ellie.
He's clearly bounced back. He knows what he's doing. He just looks good on the field.
Tough fight there for the ball.
You know, you see, as aggressive that was, both players went down. They did look at each other. It looked like George Kyle did ask if he was all right. It was just sportsmanship.
And Liberty trying to get another shot here as it's bounced back, and Besser is the player in the area for the Lions.
It was a nice ground pass, Noah Muda there.
Muda back to Besser. Nothing there. The Lions trying to take another shot on goal. And Batista. Low line drive there. Gonzalez and Hernandez in the field of play, and Liberty being attacked by dragonflies over here, Ellie, as our own camera lady, Jenny Tang, just got attacked by a dragonfly. And Leporino with the ball.
Yeah, you know, like I said, he is popping out away from the goal a little bit there.
High and short kick.
You know, it's interesting. We do see two different completely styles of goalie.
Yeah, you're
from
right.
Ryan Fitzgerald to Anthony Leporino. And Cody Better.
Besser couldn't get the kick there, Ellie. And you're shaking your head as the Lions, fortunately, couldn't capitalize on that one.
In my opinion, from my perspective, it seemed like if he just turned his hips a little bit more, or maybe even did a pullback.
And the Lions keeping it close in Liberty territory. Batista's got it now.
It's just always upsetting when you see momentum broken like that.
Yeah, wide open Besser was, and Batista boots it. Wide open Besser was, and you know, just couldn't capitalize there as the crowd got excited and unfortunately missed out on the goal. Lions look good tonight, Ellie. 2-2 game. Both teams playing great. It'll be interesting to see how this one will play out, as one team will try and become victorious tonight. As we know, this is a heated, contested matchup, as they are both rivals of each other. You know, played in the same division for a while. They always see each other every year, and it's always good to get a close, proximity matchup, right, Ellie?
Oh yeah, that's always a good thing. When you see a team every year, you get to see how each team develops. It's always great. Chad Moore with a big kick up the field is Cody
And
Besser.
Besser,
Just slightly offsides.
Chad Moore, the freshman, playing great tonight as he came in late. Ellie, you talked about it when Hernandez went out, trying to regain the momentum, and he's playing good so far.
Yeah, actually, when Hernandez went out, we saw two freshmen enter the field. We saw Chad Moore and Mateo Musmani. However, when Hernandez entered back in, Mateo had to exit. But, Chad Moore just really hustling up and down the field.
And that's actually really good to see. Freshman young like that making big plays late in this game. The Lions off the corner there. Hernandez tripped up.
Ooh, Hernandez with the
In
ball
the goal.
again. Oh.
And missed out there as another shot on goal. This game still 2-2 as the Lions coming in close, as Batista will boot this one again away. Lions multiple shots on goal so far within the past couple of minutes here. Just couldn't miss, and we've seen a lot of missed opportunities tonight, especially in the first half, and right here, right now, tonight. A couple misses have played a factor in this game.
We're definitely making some opportunities for ourselves. I don't really think that's the issue here.
A lot of opportunities on goal, Ellie. Just couldn't capitalize, only on two. Very tough to see here, especially on the last two we saw. Besser was pretty open in the field, and Hernandez just missed out on that one as the crowd sighs. And the Lions will try and get it back in as Liberty will boot it back out. And Ellie, I was going to say before with Chad Moore, it's always great to see one of your players come off the bench, especially a freshman too. You got fresh legs, you got a lot of energy, especially for a lot of players. I said it before, a lot of stamina. You got to be running back and forth in the game. If you come in late in the game and you're already off the bench, you got fresh legs and you're ready to rock and roll. That's always tough on the other team.
Substitutes are always a good thing. Whether or not the players are really up to standard, it's always a good thing. We see words being said by seems to be just one Jackson Liberty player, kind of.
Some issues down on
off.
Leporino's side of the field as Lacey's crowd starts clapping, and
now we have two Jackson Liberty players. It seems like they're arguing with the official here.
there's
The call's already been made. In my opinion, you can really only just make it worse for yourself at this point. See, as his own player pushing him off the field, that's kind of a signal to go.
and the Lions.
And now there's two cards. Jackson will be playing at least another couple minutes with two players down. You see the rest of their team very upset. I think the official just kind of did the right thing.
And could potentially be help to the Lions, as they can now track down the field as two of the players for Liberty get carded, Ellie. How will that play in the factor right now?
Right now, well, there's 2 goals per team, and now that it seems like two of their key players for Jackson. We saw both those players for Jackson had the ball a lot. They brought the ball up and down. So now that both of them are out, I think it's their playmakers that are out. So Lacey should be able to capitalize on this.
It's like a power play in hockey, Ellie. It's like, now it's your time. Now it's the opportunity.
It is a power play.
Very important for Lacey to get on this one late in this second half, as the game is coming close to an end, needing to get another score to pull the lead in this one, as the Lacey Lions and Jackson Liberty fighting for the win here tonight, as neither team wants it to end in a tie, Ellie, of course.
No, both teams are very hungry. You can see it.
And very tall player there is freshman Carson Howard, freshman.
Yeah, someone actually told me just the other day that he was 6'6", which, as I'm seeing him up
That
close,
is
seems very
insane.
possible.
That is insane, Ellie. He would definitely tower over you.
That's for sure. It seems like Anthony Leporino is setting up for a goal kick. However, we're getting off to a little bit of a delayed start now that the officials are both actually talking to each coach. Seems like we're getting ready to start play again.
And Allie, this is not your first broadcast. I'm getting worried that this is not exactly your first broadcast. This is your second official broadcast, if I'm not mistaken. Correct or no?
Correct. My first broadcast was actually a hockey game. This, I can say, is going much, much better.
Yes, Allie, I have no idea how the first one went. But I'm glad to have you alongside me on the broadcast tonight.
Well, only reason I did the first one is because you weren't there, so.
Well, Ellie, no need to push my buttons. I was kidding. And I think that you did the first hockey game. I think that was against Pennsauken, and actually we won that game for hockey. It was one of the
yes,
first
actually
wins, right?
we did. Yep.
Yeah, that was a historic game, and over the middle of the field, the Lions. Both teams fighting for the score here in this one. Boots it over. Besser in the area, along with Hernandez. Ellie, I need some binoculars to see towards the end of the field.
I feel the same way. I was actually just about to ask you if you could see that far.
I am using my hand binoculars right now. Can't see much, but I'm trying. Jason Marchitello, Ellie.
Yeah, you know, now that I'm looking at it, it seems like that was Jason Marchitello.
Number 15. And Liberty fighting over on the sideline as Liberty charging down the Lions territory and trying to shoot it on to Leporino. Missed left there.
Yeah, you know, both sides setting up for another kick, another big kick.
And Elliot, I would love to see just Leporino booted into the other goal. That would be amazing. Just imagine that. You ever play FIFA?
Yes, I
just
have.
miraculously booted into the other side. That would be amazing. Although you would have to put his kick power on 99, which would be nearly impossible. As Liberty trying to get this one out of their home territory. And we are sitting back and relaxing here, Ellie, as both teams fighting for a score here in this one. And
we're seeing a lot of hard kicks, mostly by Jackson Liberty, actually. They're coming in quite hot.
Down the sideline goes this one. Mrazek coming in for Lacey. Mrazek. And the ball will be given back to Liberty on that one.
Yeah, you know, Mrazek's very aggressive, very good at seeing the field.
Very fast player.
Yes. That's
very aware. You know, you always want to have situational awareness like he does. Very quick to the ball. Always fast thinking, and that's one of the players you want to have on your team. And great job by this whole coaching staff, not to mention Coach Torrey, Coach Cashin, and Coach Pierce over on the sideline for the Lacey Lions, doing a great job tonight developing this team with a lot of young players and a bright future. As Besser was one of the players for the Lions, too far for him, trying to pass it over and couldn't get the shot on goal there. As the Lions unfortunately missed out, and Batista's got the ball now.
Seems like the ball was just moving a bit too fast from Noah to Besser. It's hard to
really
slow it
high
down.
kick there by Batista. Gonzalez trying to get that one back. Howard in there too. Mrazek and Besser.
Hernandez on the ball now.
Hernandez fighting for that one. Can't seem to get it yet. Good defense so far for the Lions. And Liberty coming in close now, trying to get the angle on it. Booted back over to Liberty's sideline. And out of bounds there. Thrown back in by Liberty. Trying to make some shifting maneuvers there. And that one will be booted back out of bounds as well. And a stoppage here. As this one will be thrown back in by Liberty. Liberty once more trying to get another shot on goal here tonight.
There's another slide back in the defensive end. It seems like Jackson Liberty is trying to say how it should be their ball, change of possession, they're a car, they're something. Their coaches don't seem very happy.
And Leporino will just look to kick this one away from Lions territory. As he will set up now. Low line drive kick there. Just over the defender of Liberty. Hernandez in there as well.
You know, although the Jackson Liberty kid slid, the referee still calls Jackson ball. Sometimes it's just a tough thing.
Now down into Lions territory. And booted over. Saved by Leporino. That one came in high. Leporino will just toss it. Besser's in the area.
He's got quite a hard toss, Leporino.
Howard's got it now. Hernandez.
Hernandez all the way up north of the field.
Solid toss, you're right, Ellie, by Leporino. We've seen that a lot tonight, whether it was a roll or a toss.
You know, his tosses, they're going just as high and just as far as his kicks. It's been an interesting arm.
Mrazek's got it now. Was coming on close on goal there. Just missed out before. Lions trying to check in for another goal. In that right corner once more, puts it away from Liberty. Lions regain control now. Boots it over. And the Lions just missed out on that one.
Yeah, it looked like the goalie for Jackson Liberty was just kind of late to gain control of that. Tosh Mrazek came in hot. He really tried to capitalize on that opportunity. It was just
close one there, Ellie, as the Lions trying to gain a 3-2 lead here in this one and trying to close it out. And Liberty's got it now. The Lions booted over Besser. Oh, it seems like he's always in the area tonight. And Besser hustling down there, trying to get it from Batista. Couldn't get there in time. Batista has it now. And Besser always seems like he's always in a good position.
You know, Besser, he's just good at reading the field, and he's definitely a hustler. So even if he thinks he's not going to make it there in time, he will put in his all to get there. But, you know, it's the same thing said for most of the Lacey team tonight, as we see Tosh Mrazek just did the same thing, regaining possession back for Lacey.
Hernandez got it now. Lacey trying to get another goal. And it just missed out. Was Mrazek. Liberty going to toss this one back in. Mrazek on the hustle there, just missed out on that one. Throwing it back in. Gonzalez over on the play. Hernandez.
You know, we're seeing some great communication here by the Lacey team. Lots of calling for the ball.
And a shot.
It's very
another
low
save
shot.
From Batista.
Once again, Noah Hamuda with another shot on goal. Very hungry for his hat trick here tonight.
And you're right, another low shot on goal. Trying to get the angle here. High kick. Another short one.
You know, it was an odd angle. I think he did the best thing by keeping a low shot.
And we've seen a lot, like you said before, we've seen a different strategy between both goalkeepers. Leporino likes to throw it, toss it a lot. Line drawing kicks, and Batista likes to toss it as Mrazek trying to trudge downfield here.
You know, lots of pushing from behind from the Jackson Liberty player. Mrazek does a great job staying on his feet, regains possession for Lacey. We see Kean Gonzalez holding the ball there. Looks like someone else is going to set up and take the kick.
But Ellie, yeah, a very different strategy from both goalkeepers. Batista likes high and far, and Leporino likes to toss it low line drives as Edinger will get ready to kick it off. Edinger.
Kick was just a little hard, a little too hard.
Too high there by Edinger.
Making some substitutions here for Lacey.
Ellie Reed and Jake Serrano on the call tonight. It's Lacey Soccer. I mean, Ellie, come on. How could you not knock that song? That's like just original by me right there. And Gonzalez trying to butt that one away as Liberty pushing it down in the Lions territory. Back and forth here in this one. Still a 2-2 game late in the second half. Both teams trying to fight for a goal in this one. Back and forth here. But Ellie, I mean, we should honestly make that a song. But, you know, whatever your opinion is.
I mean, yeah, sure, copyright.
Copyright. Out of bounds there. And Liberty will toss this one back in. Besser in the area.
Lots of pressure put on by Besser right there.
Mrazek, Besser.
There we go, now he's got the ball.
Over to Hamuda.
Nice hard pass.
Liberty stifled that pass. Slide kick there. Gonzalez. Besser's got it now.
You know, it seemed to be somewhat of a clean slide right in front of the player. However, it did trip up the Jackson Liberty player.
And another shot there. As Lacey, multiple shots on goal. Batista high and far. A good bounce there for Liberty. And Gonzalez kicks it over to Mrazek.
You know, we see that dynamic duo, Hernandez and Mrazek, once again.
Hernandez. Tough angle there. Couldn't get the close on it. And Batista's got it now. A lot of shots on goal for Lacey, a lot of opportunities. And Liberty, we haven't seen that much from them at all, as Lacey's been playing solid defense. As Batista kicks that one nice and far. And
all right, that seems to be the official end right there. However, we are getting some extra minutes, especially since it's a tie. I believe since this is our conference, we will be going into overtime.
Yes, Ellie. Unfortunately for Lacey, couldn't get the shots on goal there, missed opportunities, couldn't capitalize. And yeah, I believe we should be going into overtime, if I'm not mistaken. It is a tied game, 2-2.
You know, you see some nice camaraderie here by the Lacey team, saying congratulations to a lot of the players who've been getting a lot of playing time.
Yeah, Ellie, it's been a really a heated, contested matchup on this one. 2-2, Lacey trying to make those scores, couldn't handle it, couldn't capitalize on the opportunities, and Liberty just struggling to even get in close in the Lions territory.
Yeah, you know, lots of hustling by both teams. Even though Liberty is struggling to get it down in the Lions' end, they're really pushing for it.
I want to say, you know, even though there wasn't a goal by Lacey in particular, I would say Lacey really dominated that second half.
You know, I'd say the same thing. We had a lot of strong defense, a lot of strong midfield players. Cody Besser being one of the strong attacking players, along with Noah Hamuda. We see Dominic Iorio in the back. He definitely hustled a lot. You know, right now we're watching, it looks like the coin toss as both captains from both teams are looking up at the official there.
And our own Jenny Tang is here. She is on camera tonight. As I mentioned, she did get attacked by a dragonfly, unfortunately. And she was pretty scared. So, Jenny, thank you for all your help tonight. And Mr. Merman also is back there. We'd like to thank him, and Michael McMurrin as well. And we'll be back here with WLTS TV 21. And we are back here with WLTS TV 21 in an overtime game, 2-2 here as the Lacey Lions face off against Jackson Liberty.
Yeah, you know, once overtime starts, it's definitely a lot more pressure for both teams. They're a lot more aware of what's on the line. They know exactly how much time is left, and it's just all around a lot more hustling.
And now the Lions have another chance here to regain the lead and potentially win it.
No, we see Cody Besser with a nice pass up the sideline to Noah Hamuda. Noah Hamuda creating some space there, passing back to Cody Besser.
Shot there. Batista's got it now. And Batista with the boot. High and far. Good kick there from Batista. Shove there from Lacey.
Lacey's Dominic Aureo, a little shove there. Nothing wrong with a little aggression, in my opinion. However, it was a little hard, as Jackson will regain possession of the ball.
And depending on what happens here, the Jackson Liberty will move on to Toms River North, and the Lacey Lions will move on to Southern Regional. So depending on the factors tonight, or of course depending on who wins the game, records change and all. We'll discuss that as Leporino
Dangerously close right there.
with the save. Very close.
He definitely waited for the right opportunity to dive on that ball there. Sometimes if you come out too early trying to save that ball too quickly, it just doesn't work out in your favor. He definitely
secured that
waited.
one, and you're right, Ellie. Perfect timing and perfect situational awareness for him as he gets the save on goal, giving his team another chance here.
Like I said before, it's really just all about timing if you look at it.
And the Lions, and that was interesting, Ellie. Down in overtime, Liberty already getting down there. We didn't really see that in the second half. Big shot on goal.
I really just think it's all about momentum. So if they really hype themselves up, so to speak.
And you're right, the Lions trying to get an angle there and couldn't get it.
That's the second time a Lacey player came all the way up the right side there.
Yeah, that seems to be their spot, trying to get that right angle corner, trying to boot it in there and get the score. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked too much tonight. Gotten the 2 goals, a couple missed opportunities, and close in here.
Ooh, a head ball right in.
And the Lions. Batista with the save, very close, as the Lions almost got the score.
We see Cody Besser being helped up off the ground. He's definitely pushing himself hard tonight.
Besser's been playing a great game tonight, Ellie, you're right. And still in Liberty territory.
Another headbutt off the top bar.
Right over the top, and just missed out on that one as the Lions had yet another opportunity. Couldn't capitalize there. And now, Batista, low line drive. And Liberty.
Once again, we see Cody Besser hustling towards that ball down in
Besser's
Jackson.
got it now, Ellie. Besser.
Oh, up in the air, right behind the goalie. Jackson Liberty kicks it out.
And almost stuck in the trees there, as that would have been quite unfortunate if the trees
see a small branch actually come down with the ball.
And the tree doing a good job there of swallowing that one up, Ellie. And he was polite enough to hand the ball back, and along with a branch, and yet again, too high, as the Lions, another opportunity, 3 in a row there, having trouble capitalizing and sealing it up. As Batista.
Another high goal kick right down the center there.
Booted away by Hernandez, and Besser's got it now. Hamuda is down there as well.
Definitely some aggression by Besser right there as he was trying to gain perfect possession of the ball.
Besser's still down there, trying to regain possession. Couldn't get it there. Lacey Lions.
And Tom Macario all ready to throw in that ball right there. Nice back pass to King Gonzalez, giving himself time to set up.
Gonzalez will pass that one back over. And
it's a little offsides there.
Ball will be pushed back over towards Lions territory. And Hamuda's got it now. Down the sideline for Lacey.
You see Tosh Mrazek giving him the signal, like pointing to the edge of the field, like, hey, I'm going to be here. I got you. Like, I'm going to be open for a pass.
Lions trying to check it in there. Couldn't capitalize once more. And the Lions, so many shots on goal tonight, especially in the second half into overtime. And that's actually, very good for the Lions. A lot of good attempts. That means you're getting down there, you're breaking down the defense, and you're giving yourself a fighting chance as pass over to Hamuda down the sideline.
No, he was very smart to move out of the way right there. He could tell just how far away he was from the sideline. He knew Jackson player. Once again, kicking it out of bounds twice in a row right there.
Slip up there by Hernandez as Beckett will throw it in. Pushed out. Beckett's got it now. Edinger boots that one. Besser's down there. And just missed out as Batista tried to get the save, couldn't reach it as Lacey Lions just miss out on that one. Very close there, Ellie.
It's a very frustrating thing in soccer when you see a ball going just wide. Not all the time is one of your own teammates going to be there because of the offsides rule. One of the most frustrating things in my opinion.
Tough there, Ellie, has just missed out on the angle a little further. Tighter in, he would have got that.
Yeah.
And the Lions.
Jackson Liberty player kind of rolling around on the ground right there. Kind of tripped himself up, got tripped up by our own Lacey players.
Besser's down there. Besser trying to play his best defense. As booted back by Liberty. That one will roll right out of bounds there. Lions are going to toss that one back in.
You can definitely tell the momentum and the energy has been picked up because even our own Lacey Soccer Club ball boys, even they're a little bit more excited than they were in the second half.
And Batista's got that one. And Batista will boot this one away. Nice kick there, Ellie, from Batista. Nice bounce.
Jake, that's a lot of head balls. Again, as we've been saying since the very beginning of the game, balls have been in the air quite a bit.
Another headbutt boot there. Liberty's got it. Liberty trying to track back in as the Lions.
Brian Cardoso carrying it up the field. We can see he's definitely got some high energy up. This circles back around to your topic about players with just fresh legs, lots of high energy.
And Liberty getting close now, trying to get something going as Beckett pushes that one away. And Leporino.
He's definitely ready inside that goal. You can see him bouncing around back
And
and forth.
open field.
No,
territory open.
Taking it in for the hat-trick.
For Lacey. As the Lacey Lions, Hamuda will get the score there for the Lacey Lions.
You can see the whole team very excited, actually moving quite close to us right now.
And Hamuda with the score there.
They're up against our table.
An amazing
lots
play
of high
there.
energy.
Wide open down in the middle of the field, and Lacey gets the score.
You can see he took a lot of time there, gave himself some time to think. Once the goal was open, he knew he had it. Just one-on-one, him and the goalie. Not much else the goalie could really do. No, Hamuda, amazing footwork, amazing foot skills. He knew he had it.
And we've seen that all night, Ellie. Potential players getting wide open, missing out, and on that one, Hamuda's got it and just boots it right in. Batista didn't see that one coming.
Hamoud is definitely the type of player who could capitalize on an opportunity like that. It's not very uncommon, in my opinion, to see him do something like this.
And a very back and forth game here. We saw a lot of different things. 2-2 tied for most part. And the Lions now 3-2 come away with this one. Now at a 5-4-3 record. And like I said, must win, very important. And now the playoffs and state sectionals coming into an important play for the Lions tonight.
Yeah, like you said, every win counts from this game forward. In fact, probably even from the last game forward. Every win counts. They're moving their way up to the states.
And an amazing game here tonight, Ellie, and we'd like to thank everyone here at WLTS TV 21 and all the crew here tonight as Jackson Liberty and the Lacey Lions face off. For Ellie Reed, I'm Jake Serrano, and for all the crew here at WLTS, we'll see you here next time, and have a good night and have a safe drive home.
On the cement by the bleachers.